the morning, my Cadillacers. Top of the morning, my Cadillacers. It's the Cadillac Morning Show. And I am your host, Macaroni, Big Tony Jones in the building. It's Friday. We done made it through the hustle and bustle of the grind. It's about to be the weekend. You know what I mean? The only 2 days. You can tell your boss, I'm out. Don't call me. Don't look for me. Matter of fact, you don't know me. I don't know you if we come across each other in the street. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. You dig? Yo, it's Friday, man. I got Fleetwood Stories for today. We going to New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? We done got some situations going on in the world. So I'm not going to waste no time, man. Wherever you tuning in from in the world today, I send you nothing but love. I send you nothing but prayer. I hope your family is good. I hope your health is good. And I hope your finances is even better. You know what I'm talking about? Already, I send you nothing but love. So we got to get down to the get down. And if you're watching, you know what I mean? It's a free chat. Go ahead and make yourself feel, you know what I mean? Feel important or feel, you know what I mean? Feel heard. You dig? We got a poll today. What the poll is, Sonya Massey. And we're going to get to that a little bit later. For now, the boy Drake, man. Drake. Let me tell y'all, man. I don't like talking about Drake because we got mutual friends. You know what I mean? So when you got mutual friends, you don't like talking about your partner. You know what I mean? I can't talk about partner's partner. But in this situation, I'm going to let y'all be the judge. All right? Let's get down to the smoke.
Lawsuit to the other. Drizzy Drake just cannot seem to stay out of the courtroom in 2025. Now, after Drake's defamation case against Kendrick Lamar was dismissed, looks like Drake might want to keep those lawyers around. He might end up going back in court again. Now, as you guys know, Drake is one of the biggest promoters of Stake. Stake is an online gambling website. Every time you see Drake doing anything online, best believe Stake is involved. Anytime Drake goes on live, he's gambling on Stake. If you guys all go to his Instagram page, half of his posts are pretty much Stake ads. Even on his...
Yo, Stake is the first thing on his official Instagram? Show, nigga. That's not prime time real estate when it comes to advertisement. I don't know what is.
private jet. Drake made sure he had a place to gamble on Stake.
We decided to make it like more luxurious, warmer. This is our Stake gambling center right here. Now we have everything custom. Stake cards, Stake chips. You guys want to play poker? We do it all.
Now, today, Drake and Adin Ross have been sued for promoting illegal online gambling in Missouri. This class action lawsuit seeks to hold Drake and Adin Ross liable for class members' gambling losses. Now, let's actually get into this lawsuit, you guys. It claims that the so-called online influencers who post videos of themselves gambling in Stake.com's online casino through social media applications and thereby steer commercial traffic to Stake.com and Stake.us are liable for violating Missouri state law. Stake in particular pays online influencer Adin Ross and Drake each millions of dollars yearly to engage in promotional live stream online casino gambling with Stake.com, which, as the name implies, does indeed influence consumers in Missouri and elsewhere to gamble with Stake.us. But Drake and
Listen. Drake might have a gambling problem. I don't know, man. Either he got like a gambling problem or they're paying him a lot of money to pretend like he got a gambling problem. You know what I mean? Because, yo, nigga, he's getting paid top quality dollar to do the shit that he's doing for Stake. You know what I mean? He ain't doing it for free. You know what I mean?
Adin Ross do so under deeply fraudulent pretenses. To wit, when Ross and Drake purport to gambling online with Stake.com, they often do not do so with their own money, despite telling the public in Missouri and elsewhere the opposite. This fact is not shared with the public in Missouri by Stake and or Adin Ross or Drake. These acts are deceptive, fraudulent, and unfair and violate Missouri law. Now, they continue. But Drake's role as Stake's unofficial mascot is quietly corrosive. He's glamorizing the platform to millions of impressionable fans, many of whom treat his wild betting habits like gospel. I don't know if you guys have seen any of Drake's betting slips, but Drake is not betting like the average person. Drake is not
$300,000.
putting no 20 bucks, 50 bucks, 100
$400,000.
bucks. The man is throwing down bets of 500K, 250K, 750K, sometimes even up to $1 million.
$1 million. Now, let's just be honest for a second, man. Oh, let me make sure my mind is straight, right? Yeah, okay. $1 million. You think a motherfucker gonna really bet his own money? Unless you're Floyd Mayweather. Unless you're Floyd. You know what I mean? Floyd don't got no deal with no gambling niggas. He just like to gamble. You see some shit like that, that's definitely the house's money. Come on, nigga. You know what I mean? Who's impressionable? I'm just saying, unless you a little nigga. You know what I mean? $1 million bet. Come on, man. Yo, no.
That's right, you guys. Drake is a very heavy bettor. Now, they continue. What makes it even more unsettling is that Stake apparently fronts Drake and Ross house money. So any reported losses are part of a marketing tactic designed to draw attention. Stake's influencer marketing, especially through Drake and Adin Ross, is directed among other teenagers in Missouri and in other states. Stakes and Drake's and Ross's conduct here threatens the welfare of Missouri residents and especially its young people. Now, the lawsuit also shows off Drake's Instagram page, which has over 142 million followers. Not only that, but Drake puts it ahead of his other ventures. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not gonna pretend to be a lawyer. So I'm not sure exactly if this lawsuit is actually gonna stick. Everybody knows Drake is the biggest promoter of Stake. You should know Drake is not betting a dime of his own personal money. The man is not stupid at all. He's not spending $500K from his own personal savings or checking account. But according to the law, if you're not disclosing it and people catch you on live streams saying stuff like this,
Fuck in the chat, like just talking crazy, like, oh yeah, you know, like you guys and you're like fake gambling. Yo, listen to me. When I tell you the amount of hours and the amount of shit that I've been through with these fucking guys in this chat right here, ups and downs, real money, fucking lending each other money, fucking doing this, doing that. These guys are, I put it on everything I love. These guys are out here giving you the purest fucking shit that you can possibly get. So you could feel however you want to feel. And that's what I'm going to say. And you can take it or leave it. And that's just the fucking... Respect. Yeah, that's the breaks. Well, I've seen these guys fucking make more money than athletes and rappers combined. So fucking read them and weep, boys.
It kind of makes this lawsuit.
Bro, when you hear a man talk like that, it's like Drake. Sometimes, yo, nigga, don't get to drinking and doing live streams, bro. Don't do it. It's not good for your character. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Y'all niggas is lending each other money? Yo, bro. If I'm Drake, I don't ever want to be caught. Oh shit, my goddamn camera went off. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it back. I don't know what the fuck happened out the goddamn. Let me get the motherfucker back, man. Hold up. What the son of a bitch? There we go. All right, let's click this camera back. I don't know what happened, man. In the middle of what the fuck I was saying. Yeah, because Drake don't want me to get my point off. That's why. Drake don't want me to get my point off. Right? Hold on. Let's get this shit popping right here. Bam. Okay, and then let's click. All right, let's go. We back in effect. We're back in effect, man. I apologize, man. Drake didn't want me to get my point off. All right, so check it. What was I saying, man? And then what the fuck? What was I saying, man? What was I saying? I think I was saying, man, look, all I'm gonna say is this, bro. If you're Drake and you and your partners talking about lending each other money, that don't sound right. That sound like y'all niggas got gambling problems, bro. So yeah, I would be suing the motherfucker. Yeah, you trying to lie to the goddamn kids, man. Don't lie to the children. You can lie to yourself, but don't lie to the children.
A little bit more reasonable. Now, funny enough and also very ironic, Drake's birthday just passed on October 24th. And you guys would never in a million years guess what Stake gifted Drake for his birthday. That's right, you guys. Stake gave the boy $1 million to gamble even more on Stake.
Oh, they do.
Now, I also do want to mention to you guys, online gambling is banned in Missouri. But of course, as you guys know, people are always going to find a way to gamble.
I want to ask you.
All right. Yo, my man Chino, right? He got a lot to say about Freeway. Now, Freeway allegedly, is an honorable sheriff. That's how we gonna start this conversation. A Freeway is an honorable sheriff.
Your question.
Go ahead.
Did you see my last post on Instagram?
I think I seen the last post. The last post was about Freeway, right? And it was a picture of him having his right hand up. Now, a lot of, okay, now let me go back. When you went at Garcia, a lot of your fan base was on your side. They was laughing.
Wait. When I get that Freeway, I know it's gonna be on Freeway side more. You know why?
Today your fans wasn't on your side.
I know,
they wasn't
but
feeling
I understand that because sometimes you got to be the bad guy. But I don't give a what the fans think. My thing is this: you can't be running around saying cops' whole purpose is to lock us up and throw away the key and all that shit. You become an honorary sheriff. How you an honorary sheriff if you can't even run 2 blocks? Who you gonna lock up? What do that mean? You an honorary sheriff? You can't lock nobody up. You can't. Or you see a crime.
I don't think gangster rappers should be honorary anything police. Yeah, all the drugs and all the stuff y'all talking about selling and all kind of stuff, y'all illegal activity, and then you gonna be a honorary sheriff to do what? Huh? Now you're gonna go back and do a show and rap any of your old lyrics. You can't. You a cop.
You gotta tell on it. We from the streets. My thing is that we was called the police academy as a rap group. It's different. We call it state property. We talking about penitentiary things. So when you become a cop, honorary cop, I hate the police, bro. I don't care what nobody think. And I know all police not the same. I hate the police, bro. I would never be an honorary, nothing to do with the police. You know what I'm saying? Now I know a couple of cops that I'm cool with and all that, right? But like, I can't be a cop. Nigga, I got too many homies in jail doing life. You know what I'm saying? I got niggas in jail that didn't do it. The cops framed them. I'm not on their side. So when I see you on their side, I can't fuck with that, bro. So that means you're gonna be an honorary sheriff, right? Go do a show talking all this drugs and killing shit. When it comes to Freeway, right, he got this image, right? That he don't do nothing wrong, he's super Muslim, he all this, that, and the third. I don't got that image. So no matter what I do in the public, he always gonna beat me in the public, right? So I just take the role as the bad guy. See, people don't understand how this shit works. You're not gonna always be liked or always be the one. But what I know and he know, in real life, under God's eyes, he's the bad guy. You gotta think about this. One thing they never say is that I'm lying, right? When I get you some thousands and thousands of dollars in your pocket for a show you had nothing to do with, my shit, and I give the money to you, and then a couple weeks later you turn around and say you tell the promoters don't put me on the show, you're a snake. That's why I'm snapping on you. I don't give a fuck what the fans think. Like, oh yeah, why are you doing this to him? I'm gonna do this to him because I know y'all hate this. Y'all gonna make me the bad guy. I own that role. I take that role. But see, the thing is this: people like to use religion as a shield. They like to use religion as I'm thorough. I don't do nothing. I'm pious, bro. You're a bitch. Everything you do is like.
He said, "Yo, bro, you a bitch." Yo, come on, man. You can't be talking this Islamabad one day, you know what I mean, toking guns the next day, and then now you a sheriff. God said, my nigga, you pick a lane and stick in the lane, goddammit. Huh? Rappers who talk about gangster shit can never be, you know what I mean, affiliated with the police, nigga. That's not how it works. You know what I mean?
For fake. So one thing about me, I go to sleep at night without no worries because everything I do is real. I'm just real. Whatever you, whether wrong, whether indifferent. You know what I mean? So you stopped me from getting bread and I caught you. Mind you, we had no beef. I loved you. I clean your son's grave off every time I go see my son. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't even come to see him. And everybody say, you talk about his son, you talk about his son. I'm not talking about his son. Why would I talk about his son? They trying to mix my words up. I go see his son more than he do at the grave. Why would I talk about his son? All I said is get your son a tombstone. That's all I said. You got a diamond in your beard, but you super Muslim. Make it make sense. So they like, oh,
yo, if what he's saying is true, man, he said I clean your son's grave more than you do. That's not a shot. What he's saying is, I mean, yo, listen, I see your son. I walk past him all the time, and when I put out the replay, I'm gonna let the whole thing spin out so y'all can kind of see. He tells a real deep story about cleaning the Freeway son's grave for him. You know what I mean? So this is some real deep shit like that. And that nigga just does not fuck with the nigga, and I can understand why. You know what I'm talking about?
You bitter, you mad. I am mad because if you spend your life trying to get a record deal, right? I got signed before Freeway by Jay-Z. Beans brought Freeway up there. He had the Dickie Beans to come up there, right? So I'm bitter because y'all put me in a group with some bitch ass niggas and I don't even know.
It's a horrific crash.
Hey, yo, the man said I'm bitter because you put me in a group with some bitch ass niggas that I don't even know. I don't know Beanie and them niggas. I don't give a goddamn fuck about a Freeway. You know what I mean? Yeah. I guess Beanie's pissed off because he got the food truck and he was pissed off about that shit. You know what I mean? If y'all saw the video with about him and Bleak, if you haven't, go watch it. You know what I'm saying? Been doing good numbers on the page now. All right, moving right along. Ladies, y'all got to be careful with your high heels. Jesus Christ, what in the world just happened again, man? Hold on a second, y'all. Hold up. I don't know what I did. I'm going to pop it back on. Y'all give me a second. I don't know what I did, but the camera popped off again. Hold on. I appreciate y'all patience. Let me get it right back in. And then we going to get it popping. Maybe a nigga can't get, maybe I can't get too excited, man. You know what I mean? All right, let's go. What's going on with this camera? All right, let's try it again. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm going to get this thing on and popping. I appreciate y'all patience this morning. Okay, hold on. What's going on with this camera? Hold on a second. All right, cool. All right, let's try this again. Y'all give me 1 second, man. I appreciate y'all patience, man. I got a story this morning. Hold up. Okay, hold on. Let's try this again. Okay. FaceTime. There we go. All right. And then click. Let's go. There we go. There we go. All right. We're back in action, man. God damn. I don't know what's going on this morning, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I apologize, though. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all rocking and rolling with a player partner. And I send you love wherever you are in the world, okay? Now back to what I was trying to say, man. Ladies, holy goddamn it. You see, y'all high heels, the high heels thing got to chill out. Got to chill out because high heels can kill you. You know what I mean? Allegedly. I don't know. Allegedly. I don't know.
Speeding Porsche jumps the curb, slamming into a young man on a first date, then hitting a light pole. The driver of the Porsche is Christina Chambers, and she's making an astonishing claim. She says her high heels got stuck on the pedals, and that's why she couldn't control the car. Christina Chambers was wearing a pair of pricey Christian Louboutin shoes like these. They're about $1,000 and have a distinctive red sole and a very high heel. Just imagine trying to drive in these. Social media is full of tutorials how to drive in heels. The bottom line is it's not easy and it's also not recommended. Inside Edition producer Lauren Lavelle gave it a try, and it sure is a challenge.
My heel keeps getting caught in the carpeting every time I maneuver it from the pedal to the brake.
Mark Thiessen is Christina.
We're going somewhere with this, though. I'm just saying, okay? Is it possible that your heel gets stuck on the gas and you can't stop? Yo, nigga, I don't know. I don't know, man. This is what the lady said. Okay, that's what she said. I don't know. You saw the crash. We're going to see it again. All right, let's go.
Chambers, attorney.
Does your client maintain that it was her shoe that actually really caused this accident?
100%. Yep. She told me when she got out of that hospital, she was telling me about the shoe, and we have gone and preserved that shoe since day one. We sent private investigators to go get not the shoe, but the pedals and get replicas to show how that was absolutely possible.
But prosecutors say,
nah, the bitch had to have been drunk. That's no goddamn way. I don't care what you tell me. Ain't no amount of high heel gonna do that to you. You got to have been, you was, I know you had a little bit too much to drink now. I'm gonna be doing something else. All right? Well, we about to see what a high heel can do to you.
her high heels were the least of Christina Chambers' problems. The wealthy Houston housewife had been partying all night with friends. Her blood alcohol count was 3 times the legal limit, and they found cocaine in her purse.
We don't believe this happened, the shoe theory. But even if it did, that just adds to the recklessness of her actions. If you're drunk going 70, 80, 90 miles per hour in a sports car and you're wearing high heels, I mean, that doesn't absolve you. That makes it even worse.
Chambers was found.
But how did she survive the crash? I would say you see that shit. I mean, listen, bro. They say, you know what I mean? Coca-Cola is a hell of a thing, bro. Now Coca-Cola had her feeling like, yo. I mean, look at her. Pathetic.
Guilty of manslaughter and sentenced to 11 years and 14 days in prison, which happens to be her victim, Joe McMillan's birthday, November 14th. His parents spoke outside court.
She gave Joe a death sentence, and now we have to live a life sentence without Joe. Joe did not have to die.
We have breaking news from Peoria, Illinois, where a verdict has been reached in the
All right, hold on. Before we get to the breaking news, I say, yo, ladies, please do not drive your vehicles with goddamn high heels, allegedly. Because it's not going to be an excuse. I mean, that motherfucker, I don't know how she survived that shit. I don't know. You know what I mean? God was on her side. But she going to sit in jail, goddamn it. What you going to do? You're going to sit in jail. And I hope you become somebody's bitch. I hope. You know what I mean? Anyway. We got the poll, and now we about to hit the poll, y'all. Let's hit up the poll, goddammit. All right, we got Sonya Massey, man. We got, okay, right now somebody said the family deserves better. We're going to get down to the story. We got a guilty verdict, but, you know what I mean? There's a but, you know what I mean?
trial of a former Illinois sheriff deputy charged with first-degree murder of 36-year-old Sonya Massey. Sean Grayson was convicted of second-degree murder in connection with the July 2024 incident. Sentencing will be January 29th. Now, Grayson testified in his own defense, which can be rare in a murder case. He said he feared for his life and shot Massey in self-defense. Prosecutors saying, no, Grayson fired prematurely and that Massey did not pose.
I don't know what happened to the camera. Hold on, give me a second. You know what I'm going to do? Hold on. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm going to replug this and plug it back in. I don't know why I keep doing that. Y'all give me a second. I don't know what you're doing. Boom. All right. Now let's try this again, man. I appreciate y'all patience. I don't know what happened, man. No, we don't want to do that. Camera. Property. All right, let me get this thing rocking and rolling again, man. I think it good this time. Let's go. All right, there you go. There you go. All right, I don't know what happened. But I replugged it and plugged it back in. I say, if you do it again, me and you going to have problems. So that's all I got to say. All right, but I thank you for everybody tuning in, staying patient. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a third time at the charm now. All right? I don't know. But I appreciate y'all. So we're going to try this again now. All right, we got a guilty verdict on second-degree murder. That's where we left off. A guilty verdict on second-degree murder.
An immediate threat. This is that video we're talking about. Massey, a 36-year-old mother, had called 911 to report a suspected prowler outside her home. Deputies showed up. This incident escalates, involving a pot of boiling water on her stove. Grayson had asked her to move it. She had said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And there were expletives flying, and he had basically said, I'm going to shoot you. She had cowered and said sorry. And again, this was crucial to the case here. I want to go ahead and bring in Anna Schechter. She is the senior coordinating producer for our Crime and Public Safety Unit. So Anna, I've sort of laid out this. You and your unit also have taken a deep dive into the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office. But go ahead and just tell us what you're learning here about this case and this verdict.
Well, we were looking at 3 counts of first-degree murder, and it was only a day ago that we learned that actually 2 days ago, right before jury deliberation began, that the jury...
Before she says what she has to say, we went from 3 counts of third-degree murder. Yesterday, somehow, before the sentence comes in, they allowed the option of a second-degree murder. That's some bullshit. I don't care how I don't care how you explain it to me. A boiling pot of hot water, and you got a gun and a bulletproof vest. You can't tell me you were scared. You can't tell me you were scared of grandma with a goddamn boiling pot of hot water. Huh? No, see, that's some bullshit, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Even though the family got $10 million, this is still not justice. Second-degree murder, he should be put away from jail for life.
Could actually consider second-degree murder if mitigating factors led them to believe, yes, he did murder her, but he had a reasonable defense in that he feared for his life. So that was actually new and came late in the game. We learned right before jury deliberation that was possible. And we just in That is, in fact, what the jury came down with, second-degree murder charges. Why is that important? Sentencing guidelines are completely different. He could face up to 20 years in prison instead of up to life in prison.
I'm James Wilburn. I'm her father. Sean Grayson should be able to get out of jail. My daughter can get out of that burial vault and walk out of Oakwood Cemetery. And I know that that clock that's waiting for him, he can get to it as soon as he can. And it wouldn't make me any difference at all. But there's a difference in this country when you have my skin color and Grayson's skin color. We need serious justice, not a miscarriage of justice that happened here in Peoria. We need to pass the George Floyd Policing Act. We need to pass the John Lewis Voting Act. We need to make the Sonya Massey law across the whole United States. Then no family in our country can go through what our family has gone through, because this man should have never had a badge and a gun. This man was kicked out of the service. He was in 6 police departments in 3.5 years. That is shameful. Shameful on Sangamon County for even having a person like that, giving him a gun and a badge. And his gun, he had a sight on it. He had a laser sight. So all he had to do was put that laser sight where what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to shoot my daughter in the face, and he did it. He shot 3 times, but even with a laser on and going through a police academy twice, he still only shot her the once, which was good enough. But you see, my Judeo-Christian upbringing tells me to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So my joy here today is that I know I'll see my baby again. And whenever the sun opens and Gabriel blows that horn, we're going to leave here and I'll see her again. That's about all I can tell y'all right now.
Lord, please help me.
Yo, bro, I don't live in, I'm not, what, we got 50%? The verdict, somebody said the verdict was right. Okay, now I like when they bust up, I like when they bust up the poll. I like when they bust up the poll. Whoever put that in there, God bless your soul, man. I personally don't agree with the verdict. I personally don't agree with, because yo, if the situation is, yo, he was scared as the cause, it's not murder. Scared of what? You know what I mean? He's a reckless police officer. You know what I mean? You've been in all these police, you've been fired multiple times, like 10 different police departments. You know what I mean? You done went to the police academy twice. The nigga is not a good employee. So now you mean what? I don't know how. Listen, bro. I don't know how the fucking people, the jury can look at that situation and say a man was scared of boiling hot water, and you have a gun, and you have a taser, and you have a bulletproof vest. That's all I got to say. If anybody can dispute that, that's all I got to say. Man. You know what I mean? I'm straight up and down like 6 o'clock. Ain't 51, ain't 5:59. But that don't make no sense to me. You know what I mean? But salute the world bust up the poll this morning, man. All right, I like opinionated folks. I'm talking about. Oh, let's go. Moving on to the day, man. All right, it's Friday. Shit. We got a teacher, man. Y'all got to be careful with these teachers now. And school's not a safe place because the teachers is getting all kind of fucked up. We got a teacher that's getting high. Yeah, she got all kind of Coca-Cola on her. I think it's more than Coca-Cola. Wait, let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go.
No, I haven't used it at school.
Where's her stuff?
She has cocaine in the building right now.
A substitute teacher accused of bringing cocaine into her middle school classroom and even using it right before class. 42-year-old Melissa Martin is now out of a job and facing felony charges. And police say it wasn't a coworker or administrator who caught her, it was one of her own students. For the first time, we're seeing exactly what happened inside that Vermont school, captured on body cam.
I'm so ashamed of myself. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm such a bad person.
No, you're not a bad person. You made an unfortunate choice. You're not a bad person.
I'm such a... No. What have I done?
I don't know, man. What the heck? Why are they comforting her? I'm sorry, man. Just get her out. That's it. We already know she fucked up. We ain't got to be doing all this, you know what I mean? Nope. Just get her out.
I need...
Get her out.
Oh my God.
So we've got 136. I'm going to write that down for you. 100 oxygen is 98%. I'm sorry, what was that? 98% oxygen.
No. Oh my God, I don't know. I'm so sorry. I know. I'm so... Oh my God, my family is going to be so...
September 26, 1990, authorities.
All right, well, I don't know what's going on with teachers nowadays. A lot of stuff going on with teachers nowadays, man. Every time I go on my timeline, there is something with a teacher and a student, and and some other things, some other stuff. Y'all got to do better with hiring of police officers and goddamn teachers. Y'all got to do better with the hiring of that shit. I mean, firefighters, they're crazy. They want to fight fires. Let them do it. You know what I mean? Go ahead. You know what I mean? But police officers and goddamn teachers, yeah, nigga, you got to do better. All right, man, we're going to New Orleans. Shout out to everybody in the NO. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my monitor straight. I got the Fleetwood Story, Kevin Miller, the brother of Master P. Now, why we in New Orleans? Because we know we just had the verses. You know what I'm saying? So the next two Fleetwood Stories, yeah, we going to be in New Orleans. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in New Orleans. Know what I mean? Yeah, already. Let's get down to the smoke, man. And salute to everybody watching. We are 11 subscribers away from 2K, man. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button one time for a player partner, you know what I'm talking about, and become a news Cadillac to the channel. With that being said, let's get down to the smoke.
Found Kevin Miller's body right off the interstate I-10.
Kevin would have been a No Limit, would have been a different No Limit.
I don't think we would have made it if he wouldn't have passed away.
The morning of September 14th, 1990, began like any other for 22-year-old Kevin Miller. That day in New Orleans, he found himself in the company of two friends. The three were traveling together in a vehicle, their exact destination unknown. But what started as a routine drive took a terminal turn. Inside the car, a heated argument erupted between Kevin and one of the passengers. What sparked the confrontation remains unclear. But the tension quickly escalated beyond control. In a shocking act of retaliation, one of the men in the back seat pulled a firearm and shot Kevin multiple times, striking him in the head and back. The scene turned grim as Kevin's lifeless body was left in the hands of his killers. Panicked and desperate to cover their tracks, they disposed of Kevin's body along the roadside near an Interstate 10 exit in St. John, the Baptist parish. With the body abandoned and in the shadows of a quiet highway, it would take days before the truth surfaced.
Do you feel like he'd be proud of where you guys are at now?
Yeah, that was our motivation, man, for a while. It was like, Kev was a real good, solid dude too, man. Like, as a big brother, wasn't nothing he wouldn't do. He'll try his best to, I said, I need this jacket, he'll go get it.
Born in 1968 to Josie and Percy Miller Sr., Kevin's early years were marked by deprivation. Basic necessities were often out of reach, yet the family found strength in each other. In the heart of the Caliel Project.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, man, to just leave somebody's body in a ditch, that's cold, man. That is cold-blooded like a motherfucker. I didn't even watch this shit. You know what I mean? I didn't have time to watch this shit. This goddamn, holy shit. What happened in the car? That's what I mean. Come on, man. What happened?
A place defined by poverty and harsh realities, the Miller family forged a narrative of resilience and heartbreak. For Kevin Miller, the second eldest of 5 siblings, life was a balancing act between the harsh realities of their environment and the enduring love of his family. Alongside Percy, Jermaine, Corey, and Vashon, Kevin grew up navigating the challenges of their neighborhood with a bond that was unyielding as their circumstances were unforgiving. Despite the challenges surrounding him, Kevin was known for his resilience and unwavering commitment to his family.
Serious person. He had jokes. You know what I'm saying? He would pretty much, I would say, P's. They about a year apart. You know what I'm saying? So he was P's, other side. You see what I'm saying? This dude had a savvy about him. He had a charisma about him.
As one of the oldest brothers, Kevin played a pivotal role in supporting his siblings after their parents divorced. Among those siblings were Corey and Vashon, who would later become known as C. Murder and Silk the Shocker, as well as Percy Miller, who would rise to international fame as Master P, in an environment where opportunities
Wait a second, man. Maybe I'm slow. Silk the Shocker was a sibling? God, I knew about the one that was locked up. What his name again? Shit, man. But I didn't know about Silk the Shocker though. I didn't know that. God damn. Okay.
Scarce, right. Kevin remained a steady presence, embodying the hope and determination that the family so desperately needed. Kevin grew up immersed in the camaraderie of the Callio projects. His childhood was filled with basketball games, laughter, and the pull of the streets. Despite the odds stacked against him, Kevin's charisma and street smarts set him apart. He became a part of a neighborhood group known as Tuesday Crew, earning a reputation as a sharp thinker and a magnetic personality. For Kevin Miller, the streets of New Orleans were both a proving ground and a trap. From an early age, Kevin became deeply entrenched in street life, earning a reputation as the most street savvy of the Miller brothers. While his siblings pursued their own path, Kevin carried himself with a demeanor that demanded respect, a demeanor that people in the Callio projects knew all too well. He was known to handle himself like—
Man, shout out to C. Murder though, man. I mean, that's an unfortunate situation, man. You know what I mean? And P just left the nigga hanging, man. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on,
a true gangster, someone who moved with confidence and was never to be underestimated. Kevin and his peers started small, breaking into cars and stealing, actions that marked their initiation into a world where survival often depended on bending the rules. Over time, Kevin's reputation in the streets grew. He wasn't known for catching bodies or being tough in the streets, but there was an unspoken understanding. Kevin Miller was not someone to play with. In the months leading up to Kevin Miller's passing, life for the Miller brothers was taking different turns. Master P and Silk the Shocker had already left the streets of New Orleans behind, relocating to California to chase new opportunities. Corey Miller, later known as C. Murder, had enlisted in the military, leaving Kevin as the only brother still in their hometown. Despite the separation, the brothers remained close, their bond unbroken by distance. Kevin had plans to reunite with his siblings in California, leaving the Callio projects behind.
Man, C. Murder went to the military. I mean, yo, bro, how did we go from the military to prison? I'm gonna have to find out and do a Fleetwood story on C. Murder. I swear to God, man, I don't know how you go from the military to prison. I know Master P went to Oaktown. You know what I mean? Because you go to Oaktown, them niggas give you the flavor. You know what I mean? Yeah, nigga went to the Bay.
For good. It was a move he'd been considering for some time, encouraged by Master P, who had already begun building the foundation of what would become his music empire. But Kevin's departure was tragically delayed.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk, because Kevin was like P's other brain. You know what I'm saying?
According to a witness, just one day before Kevin's hit, Master P called him from California begging him to make the trip west as soon as possible. It was a plea from an older brother who sensed the danger of the streets Kevin was still navigating.
Before he left, Kevin had called. P was asking Kevin, come on out here, man. He was begging him to come out here.
Master P's concern for Kevin was rooted in love, but the conversation would sadly become one of the last they ever had.
I see my brother Kevin. Like, how could I get through that?
Details about Kevin Miller's farewell service are limited, but it's known that his passing profoundly impacted his family and community. In an interview with Mo B. Dick, a producer associated with No Limit Records, recounted the day of Kevin's farewell service, describing it as a particularly challenging time for Master P and those close to him.
When Kevin passed, you know what I'm saying, that had been the last time I had seen P, you know what I'm saying, was at his Romeo was a little kid, little baby. He couldn't have been no more than 1.5, 2 years old, whatever. Yeah. And when we was at the looking at Kevin in his casket, P had his son, you know, Romeo on his hip. You know, he was, you know, P was like numb. I could see the numbness in him. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I could see the pain because him and Kevin, bro, I tell you, saw one, you saw the other.
For his brother Percy, better known as Master P, the loss was
that motivated him, bro. You know what I mean? And the call that he was calling me, to come out west, man, you know, like, your energy, you know what I mean? You could feel the energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Older brother feeling the energy, man, and try to reach out. It's unfortunate. But I know that's what they took that though, and it motivated them to where they are today. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to find, what the hell happened, man? God damn it, this goddamn, hold on.
A devastating turning point. In the wake of Kevin's death, Master P's grief.
Hold on a second, y'all. I did it again. Hold on. Let me get this thing. I'm gonna let it play.
Became a driving force in his life.
I couldn't believe that my brother was... Everything stopped, man. My world was crushed. It just ripped something out my heart, man.
Reflecting on tragedy, Master P had...
Give me a second. Let me get the camera right back in. Hold up. I don't know why I did that. Hold up. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's get it right back.
Said, when my brother got hit, I had to change my life. I had to do something different to get my family out of the ghetto. Kevin's passing ignited a relentless determination in Master P to break free of the cycle of poverty and the street life that had surrounded them in the Callio projects.
It was, but we just started out, and then I think we was doing some good stuff, and then I think when that happened, to be crazy, that was the turning point of our career. Because remember, we did I Miss My Homie.
Yeah.
That ended up being one of our biggest songs ever.
This profound loss also steeped into Master P's music, where he memorialized his brother and expressed his anguish in the song When They Gone. From his 1995 album, 99 Ways to Die, he delivered the raw pain of loss.
He used to be a friend of me, said he never died, but now he's 6 feet deep with a tombstone. Oh my God, my brother's gone, and I don't even think I can go on.
Said he never died, but now he's 6 feet deep with a tombstone. Oh my God, my brother's gone, and I don't even effing think I can go on. These lyrics capture not only the heartbreak, but also the emotional weight that Kevin's passing placed on his family. Silk the Shocker, another of Kevin's...
Man, that's when music was music, man. That's when niggas was putting real thought into their music, you know what I mean? Real stories that meant something, you know what I mean? They wasn't trying to portray a certain life. They were kind of like more like reporters. You know what I'm saying? These niggas nowadays, goddamn it, everybody sound the same and everybody dress funky and they goddamn kids. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't mean sound like a hater. I like some of the new music. I don't want to sound too old school. But goddamn it, a lot of y'all niggas is characters. Characters is what I got to say.
Brothers shared chilling details about the murder. I think it was a friend that he didn't really totally like. They took him for a ride. The guy he didn't like sat in the back seat, and basically, they shot him in the back of the head like 4 times. Kevin's passing not only shaped the personal lives of the Miller family, but also became a catalyst for their professional successes. Master P, fueled by grief and a desire to honor his brother's memory, transformed his pain into a platform for change by creating the group No Limit.
The way he passed away, it made us say like, wow, okay, it's 4 of us and now it's only 3 of us. And the hood, the streets did that, you know what I'm saying? And so it made us like, wow, this could really happen to us. So we didn't want to lose another brother. So we just kind of like, you know, we bared down and was like, let's get out of here once and for all.
The tragedy prompted an immediate police investigation, which quickly honed in on 2 primary suspects, Kenneth Williams, who was a teen, and 21-year-old Melvin Radcliffe. Both men were acquaintances of Kevin and were with him on the day of the incident. The case took a dramatic turn when Melvin Radcliffe, overcome with fear and guilt, decided to come forward, fearing that Williams might implicate him, or worse. Radcliffe approached law enforcement and provided details about the crime. His cooperation led to the recovery of
a goddamn teenager? Man, these kids, man, I don't know, bro. My time, we wasn't, I mean, we was reckless, but we had sense with our reckless. You know what I mean? I didn't know that shit was going on. That nigga, that 12-year-old? God damn. I said, no, all of this is different, bro.
Kevin's body and the arrest of both suspects. The legal proceedings that followed resulted in both men being charged for their roles in Kevin's hit. Kenneth Williams, identified as the shooter, faced the harsher penalties, while Radcliffe received a lesser sentence for his role as an accessory. Both men were ultimately sent to prison.
Didn't really do much time. The other one got like maybe 8 years, but got out, you know, early. So, you know, it's sad to watch, you know, but, you know, everybody got to get their judgment. So, you know, we'll play that, you know, play like that.
For Silk the Shocker, Kevin Miller's passing remained a deep personal tragedy that shaped his life and perspective. Over the years, Silk has shared details about the aftermath of the hit, offering insight into the fates of the 2 men responsible. According to Silk, both perpetrators served prison time for their roles in Kevin's passing. He revealed that one of them since passed away, while the other has turned his life around and is reportedly out doing good for himself.
I think it was a friend that he didn't really totally like, and you know, I think you know, just being young, don't know any better. I think he just looked at it like, oh, okay, well, you know, he don't like me, but you know, we all good. Ain't nobody he didn't think he gonna lose his life, but you know, they took him for a ride. The guy he didn't like sat in the back seat, and basically they shot him in the back of the head like 4 times.
When asked how he would react if he were to encounter the surviving perpetrator today, Silk's response reflected a sense of maturity and personal growth. It wouldn't be any animosity, he explained, suggesting that time and age have softened some of the anger.
I think one of them may have passed away. I guess karma, maybe. I don't know. The other one, I think it's really funny. I think he's out, but he's doing something good with his life. So I let God handle that. You know what I'm saying? Like I let that up to God. I can't judge nobody why they did it or whatever. I don't really hold remorse, you know, but one of them lost his life. The other one is a really outspoken person who's trying to change people's lives. So, you know, I'll leave it alone.
However, when asked about how his older brothers,
man, oh man, y'all tune in when I'm chopping it up this weekend. It's gonna be out by Sunday, Monday the latest. All right, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Man, what a Fleetwood story. When this pops out, we're going to add some extra parts in there. You know how we always do it. You know what I mean? To spice it up a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We got 11 more subscribers away from 2K. I appreciate y'all all the time, every time. I send y'all nothing but love. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to be live back at it on Wednesday. Y'all know the new schedule. Wednesday, Thursday, 9:30 a.m. Friday, 12 p.m., you know what I'm saying? The afternoon vibes like everybody on right now showing love. You know what I'm talking about? So wherever you are in the world, I send y'all nothing but love. And as always, play on, player. Play on.